It's a great day for America, everybody. It's a great day for any number of reasons, which I'm now about to try. Let's see. NFL football returned to the Superdome, so congratulations to City of New Orleans. Get to the Superdome. Support your NFL. Governor Schwarzenegger announced today he's given up Hummers for... So that'll help the global warming. And George Michael is back on tour. I don't think he's given up Hummers. And he likes the Hummers. And of course, the big news is, you see this? Oh, this is amazing. Here's one. We'll go with this. Do you know what? The big news is Osama bin Laden might be dead. Yeah, did you hear that? Wait. No, you don't know. I mean, anyway, there were rumours over the weekend that Osama died of typhoid. And I heard that. I was like, I was I was out doing some work in the backyard, glistening. And I hear it on the radio, and I said, he died of typhoid. And I didn't hear it right. I thought, Thai food? He died of Thai food? Like, do you have a Thai restaurant in Tora Bora? This is hardly in hiding. The guy's like, what do you fancy tonight? Thai? I'll tell you, I don't know. Anyway, it's just a rumour. That's why I'm saying don't clap yet, because we don't know. It's just a rumour. The same thing happened in the 70s. Remember when they said Elvis had died? Rubbish. Rubbish. He was working at a 7-Eleven in Albuquerque or something. I actually don't believe that Osama bin Laden is dead. Because you look at Audrey Hepburn, right? Who has been dead for years, and she's in these new Gap ads. She's all over the place. So, following that logic, I will not believe Osama is dead until I see him in a Gap ad. Then I'll know he's dead. Then we'll know. Let's see him. People would love that. Oh, yes, I love these relaxed fit cargo pants. They're the bomb. These really make me handsome. So apparently he got typhoid, which I didn't know typhoid was still around. I'm sure it's that, but I didn't know. I thought it was kind of like, because I Googled it today anyway. Apparently in the early 1900s, there was a young woman who infected a lot of people with typhoid, but she never got it herself. She was called Typhoid Mary. And she infected everybody with typhoid. Times have changed now, of course. She would be called today Herpes Paris. But they would be... I'm trying to give you a history lesson! I'm so sorry. I don't know, honestly. I didn't know that I didn't know that the typhoid was still around. I thought it was kind of like, SARS. I thought it was like a one-hit wonder, it was like... Because SARS was kind of like the Chumbawamba of disease, wasn't it? Actually, I think Chumbawamba was the SARS of music, but whatever it is. SARS apparently started in Southeast Asia, or Asia somewhere anyway. But I always thought it sounded like a pirate disease. SARS. Shiver me some timbers. I must have had the SARS. I've got the SARS. It must have been that weekend I spent in Orlando, where I got the SARS. Hey, the disease that everyone gets still as a rite of passage hasn't gone away? Chickenpox. Everyone gets it. I was hearing about this now. Parents today, if they hear that one kid has chickenpox, they have a chickenpox party. No, it's true. All the kids will show that their kids will get chickenpox so they won't get it later on when it's dangerous. Which, I don't know how sensible that is, but anyway, that's what they do. I've never been to a chickenpox party, is what I'm saying. I've been to a herpes party, it was more like a surprise party. 2 days later, surprise! Actually, it's not this. Surprise! That's not what you do, apparently. Didn't we do a herpes joke a minute ago with Paris Hilton? See, that's the thing with herpes, it just comes back when you don't expect. Anyway, I'm talking about the typhoid. I thought the typhoid and all, I thought they were wiped out by penicillin, but I didn't know that this was still going on. Penicillin, by the way, discovered accidentally by a Scottish biologist called Sir Alexander Fleming. Yes. He noticed that mould had therapeutic properties. You know, that mould is, penicillin grew on mould. Realtors still try that in Scotland when they're selling houses to you.
Oh, yes, it's damp, but think of all the diseases you might cure with it.
There's a lot of very good doctors come out of Scotland. There was another Scottish doctor, was James Lister, who noticed when he washed his hands before he performed surgery, if he washed his hands in alcohol and kept the place clean, that more patients survived. That's it. He discovered antiseptic. James Listerine is named after him. Listerine. It's true. It's shocking that a Scottish guy found another use for alcohol. Like, that's the real surprise, really.
This whiskey has gone bad. But we can't throw it out because it's whiskey. And it cleans my hands and it makes my breath smell fabulous. If I swill it around my mouth, perhaps my teeth will get drunk.
Because, you know, back in the olden days, when at that time, surgeons were also barbers. Did you know this? I got this all on the Google today. The surgeons... I've given up Hummers, I'm doing straight for the Google. That's what I do. But the barbers, surgeons and barbers used to be the same thing. Like, you know where the barber pole is red and white, right? You know why it's red and white? It's because the surgeons used to hang the bloody towel outside and the wind would knock it around and be a red and white. Isn't that interesting? Not funny, but it's interesting. But so you could get surgery and a haircut in the same place, which would be great. I have got a fabulous new look for you. I'm gonna give you bangs and cut your ass off. You're gonna look like Kate Moss, mister. Now, growing up, my family doctor was a very good doctor called Dr. Cameron. You probably know. No, you don't. Dr. Cameron's very old school. He was a chain-smoking whiskey drinker. He didn't believe in these newfangled health things, all this exercise and vegetables. And he lived to be the ripe old age of 40. 40-ish. 33. Now, you see, the reason why I am a bit of a hypochondriac, that's why I, know all about doctors and health and, barber poles and stuff. Because because if you tell me the symptoms, I've got them. If I read about symptoms, I've got them. That's why I go on the WebMD and on the WebMD, I go on that. And I'm a mess by the time I get off of that. I'm like, I'm like, lethargic? Irritable? Yes, who wants to know? Come on. Hungry oh my God, I'm pregnant! It happens. That happens to me. Beware. I love watching the doctors on the television, because that's all the rage, isn't it? The Grey's Anatomy, that's popular. People like the Grey's Anatomy. You learn all about doctors. You learn about doctors in Seattle. They're all trampy, anorexic crybabies, apparently. But the hospitals in Seattle are nice because they play Coldplay all the time. And I like House as well. I like House because you learn that good doctors are very grumpy. That's how you can tell a good doctor. Because that's what separates the TV doctor from the regular doctor. TV doctors, very handsome TV doctors, and also they really care. And I realize... Try getting an appointment with a real doctor. House doesn't do house calls, and his name is House. But you try and get an appointment with a real doctor. I call my doctor and I say, can I have an appointment? And they're like, yes, you can come in 2 weeks. I'll go, well, I'll either be better or dead by then. I know a guy, actually, who went to medical school who became a doctor. He went to a medical school in Glasgow, and the professor at the start of the first term wanted to weed out all the squeamish students. So he brought out a glass case with a large piece of gentleman's equipment in it. Pickled it. It was off a dead tribesman in New Guinea or something. No, it's true, and he brought it out because they want to see who's the squeamish. And they've got this thing And the natives stretch it with stones, apparently, or something. It's very big, and he brings out this thing and looks at it, and two of the female medical students ran out screaming. And the professor said, "There's no rush, girls. The flight to New Guinea doesn't leave until Wednesday." So